Alright guys, we are finally back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We got a nice rainy day going on right now. Hopefully I can remember what the heck we're doing. Let's see if it's anybody's birthday. Month 1 of wet. I feel like it's somebody's birthday. Early wet, okay. Mars. Yellow flowers and crystal clusters. This is, well, it's gonna be like my usual, I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, where there's a lot of dialogue and that I'm reading, so I won't be talking that much, but, so I'm trying to get back into recording videos more often now that I'm getting close to the end of Tears of the Kingdom. I'm probably going to beat the game today or tomorrow, and then I'll go back and try and do a bunch of side stuff. I don't know if I'll fully 100% it with all of the Koroks, but I think maybe everything else. And maybe I'll go back and do Koroks occasionally, just for fun. I think I have this idea for a project with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. That won't start for a few months, but if you're interested in that, keep an ear out. So I feel like I have a bunch of playthroughs going on my channel right now that I would like to wrap up. Ones that aren't like long running, potentially forever running ones like Stardew Valley. So like this one, the game ends. I want to finish this series and a couple others so I can focus on starting new games without having all these other ones kind of backlogged. I want to do a playthrough of Oxenfree before Oxenfree 2 comes out. That's a short game, so I'm not really worried about doing that. But right now I'm focusing on I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. That doesn't mean there won't be any other videos, but this is my focus. I'll do new game showcases for the Indie Game Collective. Just a little update. Got a lot of stuff going on right now. So let's get back to the game. Well, I've had better birthday gifts. Mars sighs, rubbing one of the petals, but this one will look nice in my hair, I think. Thank you. Oh, you got something to say to me? Mars is working in the depot today. You find her sitting on a pile of boxes, drumming her feet against them as she flips dismissively through a magazine on her hollow palm. Every so often, she snorts at something she's read and rolls her eyes. "Oh, hey, Solana," she says as you approach. Would you rather have really bad body odor for a whole day, or have to spend the whole day naked? I'm fine being naked. Me too. I mean, if anyone can still be fabulous with no clothes on, it's probably you and me. I'm reading some of the teen magazines from Old Earth, Mars says, like fashion and makeup and dating and stuff. She turns to a new page and reads out loud. Don't be afraid to use green concealer. You may look like the Wicked Witch at first, but don't click your heels and go home. Stick with it and you'll be on that yellow brick road to clear, beautiful skin. What does that even mean? I don't think I've ever seen, green concealer recommendations, but that does sound like a magazine. I've seen recommendations for, like, tinted stuff, but not stuff that you can really tell is a certain color. Papa taught me to put on makeup because I wanted to be pretty, like him. But it was never like, cover up your blemishes, make your nose smaller, hide your scungy pores, and that's all they ever talk about in these things. Oh man, I hope we're like that. And it's like, was Earth fashion really about making everyone look as small as possible? What was wrong with them? I was the biggest kid the whole time we were growing up, and I've always been gorgeous, and that's not just my genetic enhancement talking. Sometimes I think they should have just made everyone unable to feel shame. Like, all these magazines talk about is how to fix your flaws or act different so people will like you. It's such a waste of time. If people don't like me, they can flick off. I literally don't care what they think. Oh. This is something I didn't learn in the previous playthrough. because I didn't talk to her as much. Mars pats the box next to her, and you climb up and sit by her side. The dating advice in these things is pretty good, though, she says, flipping through a few pages. Like my dad's taught me about reproduction and stuff, but they get so squicked out when I ask how you actually get someone to have sex with you. She rolls her eyes. Teenagers on Earth were apparently very worried about getting boys to like them. Like, look at this quiz. 10 ways to tell if he's super into you. Oh, let's see how into me you are, Solana. First question, do you have any cute nicknames for me? No. That's fair. I don't have any for you. Do we get to do a full quiz? Do you get nervous around me? Well, sometimes. No. Really? Well, I guess that's understandable. Do you go out of your way to see me? No, we talk just because you're there. Huh. So what you're saying is, every time you do see me, you feel compelled to talk to me. I can work with that. Mars makes a frustrated noise and dismisses her hollow screen. Ugh, this is so wimpy. What is wrong with Earth teens? If you want to know if someone likes you, just ask them. It's easy if you're not a coward. Ooh. Oh, we're not gonna flirt. Mars turns to you and leans in, bracketing your legs with her arms. You can smell her body lotion, light and floral, and feel the heat of her chest against your arm. She pouts and looks at you through her lashes. What about it, Solana? Do you like me? What? No, we're just friends. Mars doesn't even look disappointed. She leans back and brushes her hand on the sleeve of your jacket as if dusting you off. See? It's just that easy, she says breezily. Aw, okay. Let's give Rex a hug. Give Rex the usual hug. I wish I could remember what we were trying to do this time around. Palomina's calving. Okay. So we're trying to be tough, perceptive, combative. Maybe we should go see, try and see Sim. Is that what I want to do? Probably, because I won't be able to go out during glow. So yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. Ooh, hello. Dis is relaxing in the back of one of the expedition vehicles, absorbed in a hollow novel. You clear your throat and he jumps and gives you an awkward but genuine smile. Hey Solana, it's getting harder to find places to be alone here, don't you think? I'd kill to be out exploring, but Utopia insisted we have a rest day. It's just so crowded here, and it's boring. I'd rather be out there with Sim, learning about this planet. He's so interesting. I could talk to him forever, you know. Like, we really connect. Have you gotten much out of him? Yeah, well, I mean, sort of. He still says there's stuff I'm not supposed to know yet, but I've figured out a lot on my own. The biggest thing is that the planet is basically all connected, like a fungal network that's so old and complex that it's practically like a computer. And not just the mushrooms, the trees, the animals, even the rocks in the water. He didn't want me to know that one, but I guessed it. Remember how your dad got sick every year from the pollen and it was actually fungal spores? Well, I just started thinking from there, and yeah, it's like every year the planet refreshes its communication network with fresh spores. It's so cool. I didn't know that. Well, how about the fact that Sim is really old? Like really, really old. Like probably thousands of years old. Sometimes he talks about stuff from ancient history like he was really there. Because he totally was. Dis laughs a little, but he still acts like a kid sometimes, you know? Like, he loves holovids and candy and playing tricks. I knew that. Oh, right. He said that you helped him get access to the holovid archive. Good job, by the way. Oh, and I've seen other gardeners. They don't look like Sim at all. They look like, well, they look scary. Whoa, no way. Okay, one more. The gardeners don't have clothes. Sim was naked when I met him. I had to bring him clothes from the colony. Whoa. What about you? What has he told you? Well, Sim's hair seems alive? Well, duh. Anyone who sees him knows that. It moves, right? I thought I was imagining it, but it's kind of like how plants move to face the sunlight. That's all I know. I wish we could tell people about Sim. I feel like if people knew him like we do, they'd realize that what we were doing here is wrong. But I'm scared that if I tell someone, Sim will never talk to me again. He says we're not ready. We can't tell anyone we know. I know. I don't want to mess up whatever plan they have. I just want to help though, you know? I know. Just nods and turns away, done with this conversation. Alright, let's get out to the ridge. Try and find Sim, in the Western Wrestling Ridges, which, as we all know, I cannot say. Hopefully I go the right way this time. I feel like I've gone the wrong way. I don't know. Oh, no, he's usually over here. He is here. He wants to talk. You're enjoying a relatively uneventful second son of taking readings from one of Utopia's geological surveys when... Whoa. You get a sudden premonition. This situation feels strangely familiar. Oh, you need to move now. You jump out of the way just in time to see Sim come crashing through the air where you would have been, grappling with a skyfish almost as big as he is. In the ensuing tussle, they completely crush the delicate scanning equipment you just finished setting up. Utopia is going to be so upset. What the heck was that? You yell at Sim, who just shrugs helplessly while he holds the skyfish at bay. It's a whole damn mess. What's he doing, bare-knuckle boxing with skyfish, honestly? The skyfish flops around pitifully, then springs back into the sky and flies away, trilling in distress. It didn't even look dangerous, really. Solana, Sim croaks, and you turn your attention to him. Blood is pouring from a wound on his chest, or one of the skyfish's spines must have pierced his otherwise perfect skin. It's the kind of thing that will definitely leave a scar, or worse. Holding the wound closed, Sim smiles sheepishly. I guess my future sight isn't always 20/20. You can see the future? You think it's just a coincidence that I'm always there at exactly the right time to save you? At night, when I'm asleep, I sometimes see visions of things that are going to happen. Or at least could happen. My dreams aren't always true, Sim says, wincing as he applies pressure to the wound. The paths branch and converge. At times more like a web than a line, I think. He smiles weakly. But always in the center, there's you. You're at the center of my web too. I'm flattered, Sugarbug. I didn't know you thought of me that way. I can't tell you how this feature site works. To be honest, I don't even know, but if you're curious, you might look for answers under the light of the wormhole and glow. You press him for more, he begs you simply leave him to handle his injury in peace. Sim is holding a piece of discarded expedition's equipment in his hands. I found this just over there, he says, gesturing into the wilderness. I don't know if it was discarded or simply lost, but you should be more careful. You are guests on this planet. You notice the puncture wound in his hand and his chest from the other day is gone. Wow, fast healer. Take a closer look at Sim? It's only fair that you observe Sim in the same manner that he often observes you, intently, and while hidden behind a tree, you pretend to leave, then double back and watch him from a short distance away. You hope you'll see what he does when you aren't around. What he does when you aren't around. Okay. Sim looks like a human if an alien had to draw a human entirely from written description. Too tall, too long, his eyes too black, his whole posture too weirdly attentive. His hair is the most interesting part, so perfectly kept for someone who seems to live in the wilderness, and sometimes you swear it moves in ways hair shouldn't, like the first time you saw a time-lapse video of a flower turning towards the sun. You watch in silence for nearly 10 minutes, but Sim does absolutely nothing. He tilts his head like he's listening to the wind. Then he leans over to stare at a random patch of grass for far too long. Eventually, he turns to stare straight at the spot you're hiding. Do you like what you see, Sugar Butt? You know I do. Good. He tosses his long hair over his shoulder and extends his hands, baring himself for your inspection. It is not a crime to be curious. Why, I find myself very curious about you. You look your fill now that he's offered. You find yourself constantly drawn back to his deep silver eyes and hypnotic motion of his hair, and within moments you find yourself more relaxed. Sim's faint smile fills your vision, blanking out the rest of your senses. Do not be alarmed, he says. His voice sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a well. I have the ability to induce a mild sedative effect in organic creatures. I find it useful in reducing their cortisol levels so that I may tend to them more easily. If you find it soothing, I'd be happy to use it on you at your request. You have simply to ask. Wait, is that like a feature? Can I do that? Could you help me calm down? Of course, Sim murmurs, stepping into your space, his cool hands alight on your cheeks, tilting your head to look in his eyes. Within moments, you feel the burdens of your day lift off your shoulders, like a balloon floating away into the sky. Okay, that did work. Your consciousness reasserts itself sometime later, and you find yourself held in Sim's long arms. You blink away the brain fog and pull yourself together, thanking him for the experience. Sim smiles. It was my pleasure, Solana. Stay safe out there. Stay safe out there. Forgot to turn my little rainbow lights on. They're on now. Okay. Can I do anything else? The howl of a unisaur rattles the trees and you tense as your gut recognizes the supremacy of an apex predator. You're about to turn and run when you hear something different. Sim's weird chuckle. Oh, delightful. I haven't lost my touch. Take an even closer look at Sim. Oh god. This time you'll catch Sim doing something weird and alien. You send a survey drone to follow him and watch through your hollow palm as he heads into the forest. He comes to a still pond and crouches by it, staring intently into the water. Then with a flick of his wrist, he snatches an eel from the depths and bites its head clean off. Then he looks up at the drone and gives you a jaunty wave as if he knew it was there all along. Wait, does Sim usually eat raw living animals, or was he just doing it because he knew you were trying to catch him doing something weird? Can I take an even closer look? Oh no. Okay. Maybe I'll give him a mushwood log? That's pretty weird, isn't it? Oh, he likes mushwood logs. You are truly the most thoughtful of gift givers. I have enjoyed your present to the fullest. Okay. Okay, that's nice. We're learning. We're learning things. I don't really know what else to do out here. Clearly I haven't run into any events. I guess nothing has respawned. So you and Dis are exploring the ruined wormhole observatory again. It feels so familiar. You've dreamed about this place many times, and it's like you're just remembering it all now. This time the dream memories grip you. You wander as if sleepwalking down familiar paths. You look up and see the wormhole faint in the sky above. The time is right to observe it. Dis tries to keep up. Where are you going? He asks angrily. You don't answer. You're trying to concentrate on finding the place. You approach the large pyramid in the center of the complex. Beside it is one of the smaller elevators, a little monolith with a round iris door. This is the place. Your head throbs with it. Even standing outside, you know there's something down there. Find a way in. You look for one of those elevator monoliths nearing the pyramid and find it, but it's overgrown with snaking vines and brambles, with very large flowers all over. You could push through them, but this stops you and shows you a Geiger counter reading on his hollow palm. Those flowers seem to be radioactive. Your suit won't protect you for long. You soon realize your mistake as the radiation illness sets in. Brushing by those flowers gave you a big dose. You'll be sick for days and need radiation treatment when you return. But for now, you continue, drawn irresistibly forward by something that sings in your head. You enter the elevator, thankfully still working, and descend beneath the ground. It opens to a kind of antechamber room with an exit at the other end leading to the heart of the pyramid. There are glyphs carved into the crystal panels on the walls, symbols that represent the wormhole. You start across the room. The further you go, the more your head swims. You have to pause. You think you might faint. And it isn't just the radiation. There's something down here, some great energy, and it's making your head hurt. You shake your head, trying to clear it. Wait. Maybe this is a bad idea. Keep going. The fog slowly clears from your eyes. Your head still hurts, but you can think again. Are you okay? Let's try to explain it. You just say, my head hurts, obviously, he says. But no, it's more than that. You're seeing things. It's kind of like the array and kind of like a dream, but you feel that something super important is up ahead and you need to see it. Maybe we'd better leave. You don't look so good. Let's keep going. Oh man. Okay, we don't have good enough reasoning for this, but... Past the antechamber is a long hallway sloping down. Things around you are starting to look kind of weird, like two slightly different realities overlapping. Dis's face is starting to phase in and out of existence. You're hit with a strong wave of dizziness and nausea. Things seem to move in slow motion, but also far too fast. You lean over and tough it out. You keep going. At the bottom of the hallway are more crystal panels on the walls, many facets broken. Or are they whole? The walls have crumbled and roots creep over everything, but also they don't. Every time you blink, the room seems to flip and swim between the two realities. All the same, you feel absolutely compelled to continue. What's with this place? We need to leave now. This place is hurting you. There's a round iris door at the end of the hall. Are you sure you want to go any further? You pass through the doorway into a large square chamber with a sloping ceiling. Your sense of this place, of the vibrations, is telling you this must be directly under the big pyramid on the surface. The floor and even the air here thrums with vibrating energy. Ugh, even I can feel it now too, Dis mutters behind you, rubbing his head. Ooh. The room is empty except for a raised platform in the middle, which looks enticingly like a bed, which is convenient because you are definitely going to faint this time. You collapse on the platform and are overcome by a spectacular migraine headache. It feels like your head is going to explode. Let's give this a shot. First collectible use is free. Let's go 4, 5. Oh, shoot. Oh, whatever. It's fine. Set neighbors to this value? As in, they'll set it to... That doesn't get a +1. I guess this is fine. Oh, maybe it's already... That's already the value? Or, like, it was a 1? And it's already showing? I don't know. That's not great. Wait, what was that? 16 or 14? Okay. Let's do... Well, we'll see what I get next. Might have to use that plus there. Card to the right becomes wild. Okay. Let's use the highest... All the highest guys. Oh boy. We still got a lot. What is our stress level right now? I can't tell. I feel like I do have a bunch of these, so... I don't know. I guess it's nice that I've kind of saved these up, but it's not cheating. I have the cards. Okay. I'm at a point where I can push through, but I'd like to have a little, you know, left over. So maybe we'll use 1. Actually, we have a lot. We'll just, yeah, do this. Whew. You slip into some kind of waking dream, layers upon layers of visions. This is your lover, or Mars, or Tammy, your boy and a girl, or both, and neither, young and old, a farmer, a hunter, a politician. You're dead and you're alive, and you've never been born. Time unravels before you, an infinite tapestry crumbling wherever you look. It's all very weird. You see the web of possibilities and understand what time truly is. It's all happening at once, and none of it will ever happen. It's only sheer chance that any one possibility comes into existence, not any intrinsic truth of the universe or fate. It's just a glimpse, probably over in a second, but a glimpse of an eternity you can hardly fathom. Then you see the wormhole, enormous in a starry sky. You look down and see yourself on a plateau. Gazing up at it, you recognize the place, a gnarled bluff not far from the colony, alive with the phosphorescence of glow season. This you seems expectant, as if waiting for something momentous to arrive, something that will change everything. The vision is crystal clear and you feel in control. In a way you haven't since you started having these visions. You know you must go there. You wake feeling refreshed. Your headache is gone. You're still a little dizzy, but the room has stopped spinning and has returned to one singular reality again. The vibrations have stilled. Solana, are you okay? We'll tell Dis. He listens in awe, then in dejection as you describe your visions. Why didn't I see it? I was here too. I want to know everything. We'll tell him about my dreams. You tell Dis about how not only did you see all those visions, but that you believe they're real. You've lived them, or some of them anyway. They're as real as the life you're living now. He listens intently, then nods. I believe you. You look at him in shock, but he just reaches out and puts his hand over yours. I know what it's like when people don't. I'm not going to do that to you. You don't know what any of this means yet, but you're one step closer to figuring it out. You feel like you've had just some kind of mega prophecy, but it was too much all at once and too hard to understand. Could the convergent domain handle this kind of information? Could they remember past lives like you? Is that what this room, this observatory was meant for? The only thing you remember clearly from the visions is the image of yourself during glow season, standing at the top of that gnarled bluff just outside the colony, waiting for something. We've unlocked explore glow in expeditions. I did not get that in I never did this part. I didn't unlock that in my previous playthrough. I thought we were going to be home during glow. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to take the next month and let's see. We're trying to get all of our red little quality thingy-majigs up. I gotta remember how I can control this. Okay, we got perception maxed out. So we're working on toughness, combat, animals. This will do, okay, combat and animals, lookout duty, toughness, with sports ball. Let's do defense training. Almost everyone from the Heliopause has completed all of their basic self-defense training already, but there are still some of the younger ones and people who just pop in to work out at the gym. Some of the soldiers help correct your form and encourage you to keep at it, but a lot of them look kind of annoyed that you colonists don't already know this stuff. Alright, let's get to work. +1 to physical cards, 5, okay. So let's just do 3, 4, 5, 5, 4. We did it. Got a little bonus combat. That's good. I forgot to check if anybody's birthday was mid-wet. I hope I didn't miss. I didn't miss like Dis's birthday, did I? Late what? Okay, it's now. Perfect. Perfect. Wait, do we have... Dislikes medicinal roots and strange devices. Yeah, we'll give him a strange device. He scrutinizes the device for a bit, but then his shoulders slump. Did you give this to me because it's my birthday? I actually hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday. Maybe you should just do something nice for Tang. She actually likes the attention. Okay, we still got good, things. Okay, we can do this. We'll do this. Want to make something? Nomi flaps their hand in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet, don't you think? You shrug. Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it by now. Nomi snaps their fingers. Wait, maybe we should make something to stay cool. You and Nomi brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop, but it all seems too complicated. Eventually, you just end up doodling on some of Nomi's paper and folding it to make paper fans. Sometimes the best solutions are the most simple. They smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform fan. Cute. Okay, I don't know what level my animal... Probably need 30, I think it's like 20, 40, 60, 80? Is that right? I do like to do all these, you know. Okay, and we need a score of 80, so we got a ways to go. Persuasion 40. Oh, I did not mean to talk to you again. Yeah, let's help him build something. Actually, I'm working on something right now. Rex says, producing a holo projector. It looks so familiar. Wait, it's the holo projector I used to watch videos on in the creche. It's been broken ever since the creche was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have outdoor movie nights. You help him bring the holo projector back to life, then help him make an outdoor theater for it, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. Aunt Anne provides the snacks. We just have to figure out what to play for our opening night. Cool. Okay. You and Cal just having a cute little relationship. Alright. I'm not allowed to work a triple shift. Just because everyone else is a weakling who requires sleep doesn't mean I should be held to the same standard. What do you like? Yellow flowers and medicinal roots. It seems you remembered my birthday. How thoughtful of you. I'll set this flower aside to analyze later. I am interested in the properties of all of Vertumnan flora. Oh, I could flirt with her. Oh. A little thing? You spot Tangent leaning against the wall outside engineering. She's yawning, rubbing her eyes, and staring off into space. She startles as you wake up. Oh, Solana, I was just taking a short break. Join in and yawn too. Did you stay up all night too? I don't even remember when I slept last. It must have been a few days ago. You haven't slept in 2 days? More like 3, she replies, then pauses for another jaw-cracking yawn. But as I said, I'm tired. Even my enhanced body has limitations. I don't need to sleep as much as other people. It's a genetic, what's it? You know, a DNA enhancement. I guess sometimes even I forget to do it. I should set myself a reminder. Hollow, add to schedule, sleeping nightly, 2300 for 3 hours. That should do it. Find her a place to take a nap. Tang follows you obediently into engineering wing. Too tired to protest, you slip into medbay to grab a blanket and pillow off a shelf. By the time you return, Tang's already fallen asleep, curled up in an egg chair in the waiting area. You gently place the blanket over her and she hums happily before going slack with much needed sleep. Alright. Anybody else want to have a little chat? Oh, we're not going to challenge him. Maybe we'll challenge him next month. Shoot. What do you like? You like food. Whoop. Do I have any... I don't need to buy her food. We're fine. Let's go rest on the wall. You're relaxed on the walls again this month. Compared to the hustle and bustle of the colony down below, it's pretty boring up here. You catch up on some hollow videos and enjoy a month of not really doing much of anything, really. I don't want to... Why not? Give me the 1s and 2s to forget. Alright, it's glow time. Oh, it's so beautiful. I feel like it's been ages since I did glow. Kind of surprised how many people are out here. She's like playing on her little hollow pad thing. How is our friendship with this? 88. We're at 97 with an enemy. Maybe we just give her something. We'll give her a flower. She doesn't love it, but, you know. We're at 98 friendship now. Don't gotta do much more. Whew, it really is beautiful. Oh, we should have gotten that first. We could have given her the ripe blue bobber fruit. She likes that. Okay. Let's go. Glow is no time to be exploring. It's far too dangerous. The gates are closed and survey expeditions halted until the light returns in a few weeks. Good thing you happen to know another way out. I do want to view the map. Where is it going to take me? I don't know where it's going to take me. Let's sneak out. Just nearby. Wow. This is brand new for me. Not in my previous playthrough. No one is allowed outside the colony during glow, so if you stay out of the lookout sight, there will be nobody to catch you. It also means that you're alone out here. If you get into trouble, it's going to be big trouble. You hope you know what you're doing. The familiar is unfamiliar during glow. The sky is dark except for the eerie light of the wormhole, seeming so much closer than it usually is, and the gloom makes the shadows deeper and more mysterious. It's so hauntingly quiet that you can even hear the movement of animals, the beat of soft wings, a oomph of something large in the distance. What's that curious sound? It's just a Dorp's moth taking flight. It's usually dull plumage is an iridescent rainbow, glowing warmly in the dark of glow. It slowly glides through the mushroom trees. You've been taught to be terrified of glow season since you landed here. There were monsters out there, circling the colony and attacking anything they saw. But it's so much more serene than you were expecting. Maybe they were wrong? Or lying to you? Ooh, Sim's over here. Can I get over here? Whoops. How do I get over there? The colony outskirts. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Oh, we can just skip that? Let's get all these crystal guys. Can I? Okay, I must have to go through... Maybe? Can I, like, skip all of these? I can just skip all of these? What is happening? That's usually... This is weird. Why can't I skip all of these? Shadows upon shadows move against each other and glow, wavering under the gloaming of the mush trees like ghosts. The forest is as still as a creature breathing its last breath. You don't see Sim until you're practically on top of him. Hi, Sugarbug. Miss me? You nearly didn't there. I totally saw you there. Of course you did. You're practically made for this place. Sim starts walking through the forest, his footsteps finding the path with ease. This is my favorite time of year, you know. I get the sense that you humans are afraid of it. Well, things do tend to attack us. That's true. Those attacks are not natural, as you may have guessed. Glow isn't dangerous at all. It's lovely. Glow is a time of healing, actually, a time for the creatures of this planet to go dormant and reflect on themselves and to strengthen connections with other life forms. Of course the planet repels you, he adds, raising his hand to stir a cloud of glowing spores drifting above your head. You don't connect. You're like a burr lodged against its skin. I'm sure you have some questions for me, as usual. Seriously, what's up with that wormhole? Just like that? You'd like me to unravel the mysteries of the universe for you? Suffice it to say, I don't think you could fully understand it, even if I explained everything I know. He looks up at the wormhole with a thoughtful expression. Truthfully, the wormhole is older than even this planet, he murmurs. It operates on a level of space and time that are beyond even my comprehension. The universe is impossibly vast and unknowable. I'm sure you've already noticed that it's related to your foresight, yes? Your dreams, if that's what they are, always seem to get worse and wet and glow when the wormhole is close to the planet. Many individuals such as yourself are sensitive to a wormhole's effect of time and space fluctuations and eddies in the normal linear flow of time. Think of it like an echo, only not your own. Think of it as if a version of yourself stood in this spot and shouted, then moved forward in time before hearing your own voice return. You can hear those echoes, choices that person made, and events she experienced that may not come to pass for yourself. So, I can change the future? Yes, but forgive me for being glib, but that's not what makes you special. All living things can change the future, simply by existing, he says. You see glimpses of what might happen as you do. Well, that is enough for now. The trees have ears, you know. Alright. You're getting pretty good at navigating the dark. Mind the glowflies, he says, stepping aside to let a flurry of multicolored insects twirl by. Alright. So what's, there was one at, where'd the one go? There was one little event thing that looked like maybe it... God, it's really pretty out here. It might be a, I don't know, bigger event? I feel like it disappeared. Did it? What happened? What is going on out here? Honestly, I don't know if there's like a boss event. I should have checked the thing, because it'll tell you. Let's just do something. The area is dotted with huge circles of glowing mushrooms, each one nearly a meter in diameter. The bare grass in the center of the circles looks remarkably lush. Let's take a closer look. You crouch down to analyze the mushrooms. It's a species you don't recognize, but your holopalm reports that they live most of the year underground and only pop up during glow season. This close, you notice that the entire area inside the circle is sunken and the grass has been flattened, almost like a footprint. But what would be big enough to make this? You decide not to wait around to find out. Okay. Seriously, where does this game want me to go? Hello? You come across a sawmill that's been shut down for the season. There's movement inside and something in there is yipping and moaning in pain. You approach it carefully and find that some sort of dog-like creature has gotten trapped in the machinery. It growls at you and blinks its eyes, then its other eyes, then its other eyes. Boy, it has a lot of eyes. The loggers won't be back for weeks, so this creature will surely die slowly and painfully. It looks worn out already, but still dangerous. Ah, God. You try to come near, but it bites at you ferociously, nearly taking your hand off. You don't see a way you can safely free it. You sit to watch it, hoping to learn more from it, or at least a way to free it without endangering yourself. The creature's obviously been struggling for a long time. Once it realizes you're not here to eat it, it slumps down into a nap. You feel an irresistible urge to do the same and fall into something of a trance. Then something bizarre happens. A massive shadow drifts into the lumberyard, coming between you and the creature. You have the sense of an immense presence, something massive but graceful. You're not quite sure if you're dreaming. but you feel rooted to the spot and unnaturally calm. It's as if you've been drugged. The shadow stays a while, observing you curiously. Then it drifts away again. You blink, coming out of your trance. What just happened? Did you fall asleep? You look back over to the machinery and realize the trapped eye beast is gone. You aren't sure if you should feel relieved or terrified. Was it freed? Or eaten? But you decide to get the heck away from this place now and ask these questions later. Trying to figure out if I can make this little spot appear again. Right, oh, here it is. You climb up to a plateau ringed with gnarlwood trees. The view is fantastic. You can see the entire valley on this side of the colony from here. You have a curious sense of remembering this place, not from your dreams, but no, from a vision you had, deep under a strange pyramid. Something important will happen here, but not yet. Take some samples? Your quest for knowledge continues, so you take some samples and analyze them with your hollow palm. There are wacky things here. There's glowing mushrooms you've never seen before, and a strange amount of deadfall, as if there's been some kind of localized tornado. You log fake location data, so it looks like you found these things inside the colony. Utopia would be upset if she knew where and when you actually got this. Okay. Oh, there's another guy over there. Alright, maybe we just do like one more little thing. Actually, we should probably go back because I don't know what's gonna happen. I might need to not be stressed for the rest of this. I assume we're still gonna get some end of the year event. So let's just head back. Yes, let's go home. Yep. You're lying in bed, staring at the wormhole through your window, and you hear a deep thump resonate through the ground. Then a second one, quieter. The woven roof of your room quivers, unleashing a season's worth of fine, glowing dust sift through the air. Through your open window, you hear voices sounding the alarm. The annual offensive is here, and leading the charge are two massive faceless. Alright, let's join in. You grab a plas rifle and report to the front, where a line of soldiers has taken up arms and is waiting for orders. The colony prepares to defend itself against the two building-scale faceless, as well as a teeming swarm of smaller xenos that seethe towards you. Hold steady. Keep the line. No, Governor Lum yells, running from the front gates to the front of the defensive line. He elbows Rhett out of the way and waves his arms wildly. Bring them closer, draw them in. Are you serious? We can't let them any further into the colony. We're going to fight them on our territory. We have the walls. Let's use them. We'll let them come inside and pick them off one by one. We can't pick off a faceless. Lum smiles maniacally. You can see the gleam of his teeth from here. I have a plan. Just follow my lead. And with that, he turns and begins to run towards the approaching animals, roaring taunts and firing wildly into the fray to draw them close. At a loss, Rhett motions you all to fall back and let the animals approach. The area just inside the gates becomes a swirling melee of smaller xenos and plas rifle fire, the two faceless lumbering slowly behind. I guess we'll get in there. In all the disorganization, you get confused. You fire into the melee, screaming and retreating when some creature gets too close. You mostly just make things worse. Then an explosion, oh gosh, goes off nearby, and you freeze in shock as all you hear is a high-pitched whine. Out of the artillery smoke wafting over the battlefield, Lum comes running. Here they come, he shouts joyfully and plows through the gates with the two faceless galloping behind him. It's without a doubt idiotic and horrendously dangerous. You can't help it. You hit record on your holopalm and film the ensuing chaos. You catch a glimpse of Chief Rhett putting his hand over his head and sighing. A squad of Helio soldiers takes up the charge and helps shepherd the faceless into the open area in the middle of the colony. You have horrible flashbacks to the first time you saw a faceless inside these walls. From the looks on the faces of the other Stratos, you're not the only one. Then you're all thrown to the ground by a tremendous explosion. Fire engulfs the center square, roasting the two faceless in an inferno that blasts the sweat from your pores. Rocks and chunks of dirt platter all around you with the occasional thunk of burning bushwood. These soldiers nearest the blaze all recoil in surprise. Clearly, no one but Lum knew that the square had been rigged with explosives. You don't think anyone was caught in the blast, but it was close. Lum stands before the blaze, laughing and firing at the two tortured faceless as they roast to death. You raise your hollow palm to capture the image, his silhouette dark against the column of flame and smoke. It was ridiculously dangerous and stupid, but it does look pretty cool in your recorded footage. People filter out of their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression system is turned on the square, revealing the charred corpses of the two faceless. Utopia walks by with a reclamation team, hauling an industrial plas cutter on the hoverlift. Did he use the mine explosives? Mighty bold of him. Those things will blow a hole in a mountain. Or creature, I suppose. Wish he could have saved him from mining. That must have been the last of them. We sure can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot as they pick their way down the blast crater to carve up the faceless for recycling. Yeah, we don't. Unfortunately, the colony wasn't prepared for an attack of this magnitude or the havoc that Governor Lum brought down with those explosives. While everyone was distracted by the pyrotechnics, Xenos got into one of the greenhouses and destroyed next season's seedlings. And not all the explosives went off. Oh god. As Utopia's team starts their cleanup, a stray charge suddenly explodes across the field. Shrapnel zips past you as everyone dives for cover. A piece hits you in the thigh. Ye effin' stars, ouch. As you gingerly check the nasty burn on your leg, you consider that if Utopia is right, at least the garrison's out of explosives to play with. You can't just nanoprint more unstable molecules like these. But how will the colony defend itself during the next attack? Whew, alright, we made it through that season this year. We're older looking now. Alright, we've gotten really close with Sim in this past year. We've really made strides in engineering, which I'm not even trying to do. And perception, yes, we are trying to do that. I don't think we made any progress in toughness, so I should definitely try to start doing that. But yeah, things are looking good. Got my new 17-year-old appearance. Yeah, we'll hopefully be getting to the start of age 17 pretty soon. Hopefully also be recording that this week. I am probably gonna do a stream. There's a Minecraft update coming out with a cherry blossom biome, and I really want to do a stream where I try and find a cherry blossom biome and do some crafting and building. Also thinking about streaming Animal Crossing because I got a new Switch so I can start a new island, but other than that, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.